Have you ever noticed that some men don't need to say a word to get attention? They don't raise their voices. They don't try to dominate the room. They simply are. And that's enough. That quiet, calm, confident presence, that's what we call emotional security. And believe me, women notice it fast. A secure man is naturally attractive, not because of what he owns, but because of who he is. In this video, I'll show you the top 5 behaviors that clearly reveal you're a secure man, even if you're still becoming one. And if you stick around until the end, I promise the top one will completely change how you carry yourself in any relationship. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button. Here at Heart Hustle, we talk about attraction, connection, and emotional growth with honesty and clarity. Let's go. Top 5. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Insecure men live in constant competition. They chase attention, approval, praise. They feel the need to constantly show they're good enough, smart enough, strong enough. So they brag, talk too much, try to be the loudest, the funniest, the most impressive. But underneath it all, they're just screaming for validation. The secure man is different. He doesn't need to prove himself, not to anyone. He knows his worth. He doesn't need the spotlight. He's not in a rush to impress. He's grounded, calm, and okay with being quiet, because he's already loud enough on the inside. And that silence, that stillness, it speaks volumes. Women are deeply drawn to this, because it shows that you belong to yourself first, and that's what makes you strong enough to offer yourself to someone else. Top 4. You're firm in your decisions, without being controlling. One of the clearest signs of emotional maturity is being able to make decisions and stand by them with calm confidence. A secure man knows what he wants and what he doesn't want. He doesn't keep changing his mind to please others. He doesn't hold back from fear of rejection. And he doesn't stay silent just to avoid tension. But let's be clear, firmness is not the same as being controlling. A secure man doesn't impose. He proposes. He listens. He considers. He thinks. But when it's time to speak, he speaks with clarity and calmness. That kind of presence gives a woman the feeling she's walking beside a man with direction, someone who takes ownership of his words, his choices, and his actions, someone she can trust. Top 3. You respect her time and space. One of the biggest signs of insecurity is desperation. Desperation for answers, for attention, for emotional control. Insecure men constantly demand replies. They get angry when the phone goes silent. They want to be reassured at every turn, and it's exhausting. A secure man doesn't do that. He understands that healthy relationships require room to breathe. He doesn't pressure, doesn't guilt trip, doesn't hover. He gives space because he trusts the connection he's building. He knows that pressure kills intimacy, and that letting someone have space isn't a threat. It's a sign of emotional stability. When a woman feels that she can take her time and still be respected, that's when she truly feels safe. And safety is what makes attraction grow deep. Top 2. You handle criticism and frustration with maturity. Everyone gets criticized. Everyone faces disappointment. The difference is how you respond to it. Insecure men take everything personally. They shut down, lash out, play the victim, or become passive-aggressive. A secure man? He listens, even when it stings. He reflects. He filters what's true and lets go of what's not. And more importantly, he owns his mistakes when he knows he messed up. He doesn't see failure as weakness. He sees it as part of growing. And that kind of emotional resilience is rare. Women deeply admire this trait. Because it shows you're not addicted to being right. You're committed to being real. And that's far more attractive. Top 1. You know yourself and you're at peace with who you are. This is the foundation. The root of all true security. The secure man is the one who has taken the time to look inward. He's faced his fears, acknowledged his wounds, understood his flaws, and still decided to stand by himself. He's not trying to fit into anyone's mold. He doesn't become what a woman wants, or what society says he should be. He simply is himself, without apology. And that authenticity? That's magnetic. He doesn't chase approval. He doesn't play games. He just offers who he is, fully, truthfully, calmly. Women can sense when a man is whole, and a man who is whole doesn't cling, doesn't control, doesn't perform. He chooses, he shares, he adds value, and that's what makes him unforgettable. If you recognized yourself in some of these traits, that's great. If you didn't, that's even better. Because the truly secure man is the one who's willing to keep evolving. So tell me, which of these signs do you already embody? And which ones are you working on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insight might help someone else grow too. And if this video helped you in any way, hit the like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Heart Hustle. Here, we don't just talk about attraction, we talk about becoming someone worth being with. See you in the next video.